Hey everybody, it's Lawrence, lawrencelanoff.com. I want to welcome you to today's video. This piece, which I have to talk about, is it's an interesting piece. It's very challenging, but super important to the quality of your life. Now, here's the reason why. The reason why is because if you're like most people, you're walking around feeling as if you're somehow unique and special, which of course, in some ways you are. We there is this sense of there is something, special about me. I'm whatever that is, right? And there's a lot of that. Obviously, I mean, the American culture is based on this idea of us being unique and special and all that. Which is a beautiful thing. However, the reason why I'm sharing with you this video today is because that idea of being special is actually messing up the quality of your life. So let me explain why. Basically, physics tells us, astrophysics tells us, that we perceive ourselves at the center of the universe because that is the experience. No matter where you are in the universe, you feel as if you're the center of that. And of course, this has been a big error through the centuries where initially, for example, the Bible taught that the sun, that the earth is the center of the universe and the sun revolves around it, etc. This was part of that. This was big issues with religion because when we realized that, oh, guess what? No, it's actually not that way. That the earth is revolving around the sun is not revolving around the earth. This went against every perception we have as humans because to us it feels like, no, I am the center of the universe. But of course, you're not. This is the good news. So there's something called narcissism, and narcissism is something that really all humans have. And frankly, in my opinion, this is the essence of the human self-delusion, is this sense that we are important, and in fact, we are the most important point or spot in the universe. And this kind of thinking, of course, creates all kinds of stress. I meet all kinds of spiritual people who are stressed out. I meet moralistic people, religious people. Everybody's like stressed out because, new agey people, even people who think that they're not narcissistic are actually like incredibly narcissistic in the sense that they're suffering from the cognitive bias. The bias, the belief system, the idea, the perception that you are the center of the universe. That's it. That's because everything around you are the point of perception, right? All of your senses are filtering through you. It's not like my senses are filtering through somebody else or the president of the United States or even my girlfriend. They're filtering through me. So literally all of the things of the world are pointing to the fact that I am the center of the universe. Now, part of the reason why you would meditate, the reason why you are listening to this right now is because you're looking for a perspective that is outside of your narcissistic belief system. This is what years and years and years of meditation did. Not that I would recommend that, by the way. I don't. And I'll explain why. So, the main reason that meditation, the way most people do it, is not something I would recommend, is because it messes people up. Because they think there's this misinformation about meditation that you're supposed to clear your mind. But guess what? That is not possible. It is not possible for you to clear your mind. You can do things to sort of lose track of your mind. That's possible. You can take drugs. You can, use alcohol to shut down the prefrontal cortex. There are things you can do, but turning off your mind or transcending your mind or all this nonsense it's like trying to turn off your breathing or something. This is the way we construct reality. This is how we understand life. So the only difference is I don't focus on my mind. And that's what I teach you in my one-on-one coaching. This is what I teach in workshops. I teach you how to do the right kind of meditating. So if you want to know more about that, you can contact me, because when I say the right way, I don't mean morally right way. The right way. There is no right way. But I can teach you how to meditate in a way that actually creates less stress in your body and more relaxation, which is the point of meditation. Anyway, getting back to the point of this video today, the point of what I'm sharing right now is this. There's no way for you to get outside of this cognitive bias or this self-delusion that you are the center of the universe. But what you can do is you can be aware that there is a self-delusion, right? I may mildly be able to affect my heart rate. Like I can, increase it or decrease it in small amounts. But overall, the beating of my heart is happening, fortunately, outside of my conscious awareness. So I can speed it up by thinking of exciting things, or I can slow it down by breath and meditation sound. But the reality is that the actual beating is happening beyond my consciousness. In the same way, that's how the mind works. That's the same way that narcissism works. You are the center of the universe. But what you can do is you can start to challenge the belief that you are the center of the universe. You can actually challenge that belief by just doing experiments. Simple experiments will prove you're not the center of the universe. It's simple. This is why, sometimes when I'm teaching people, literally within 15 minutes, they're crying, because it's so easy for me to show them they're not the center of the universe. So, number one, the issue is understand, or let me say step one. Number one, see that, you believe you're the center of the universe. This is a self-delusion or a cognitive bias. Number two, it's not true. So do some experiments that prove to you that it's not true. Now, the challenge is we also have cognitive biases that we don't want to be wrong, and it goes on and on and on. But to the best of your ability, just do some simple experiments to try to find out, am I really the center of the universe? Does the entire universe really revolve around me? It'll become obvious that it doesn't. So, but this is the issue. So our experience that we are the center of the universe is what narcissism is about. And human beings are narcissistic. So you can use this information to ease up on yourself, because it's very normal to heap tons of pressure on yourself because you think you're that important, but you're not. It's a misperception. And when you realize step two, really meditate on, think about, contemplate that you're not that important, because you're not. Just the truth. So if you're not that important and you're not the center of the universe, then whatever you need to build up within yourself, whatever psychological resources you need, whatever any kind of resource you need to build up, to understand and come to terms with that you're not the center of the universe, and that's okay, that is work and time well spent. And believe it or not, somewhere in there, somewhere in that neighborhood is the work that we do when we're doing coaching, when we're doing any kind of workshop. Ultimately, what we're doing is we're loosening the fabric of you experiencing yourself as the center of the universe and demonstrating that you're not, which, interestingly enough, allows you to be free. And so what we're interested in here is true freedom. Freedom that lets you experience flow. Sexual flow, life flow, financial flow. These things happen when we begin to realize, oh, I am not the center of the universe. And then we can approach ourselves with this idea, which you've heard me talk about before, of radical self-acceptance. Radical self-acceptance. The basic underlying principle is that you are not the center of the universe. And the sooner you come to terms with this, the happier your life will be. That's just the truth. So there are a number of ways to do this. And if you want to know more, you can read my book, A Course in Freedom. And if you want to know more, like if you're one of those people that wants to get in deeply under the hood and really understand this at the most core level, then hit me up via email. You can go to lawrencelanoff.com, find my email address there. And I'll also add it to this video. And from there, you can contact me and you can say, hey, these are the things I'm working on. But let me warn you ahead of time, it ain't cheap. The one-on-one work is expensive because I can only work with a small group of people at any given time. But you know who you are. If you're listening to this, you will know who you are, who's like, yes, I can afford it, and I have the time, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to improve the quality of my life. And that is what we're talking about today. So until the next time, I'll see you in the next video. Feel free to look around my website. I've got articles. I've got all kinds of things going on to help you break free of the viewpoints and cognitive biases and limitations in your thinking that are really making your life shitty. No matter how spiritual you are, no matter how much yoga you do, no matter how tantric you are, the bottom line is if your thinking isn't sorted out, you're not going to feel good over time, generally, just how it is. So until the next time, see you in the next video. Look around. If you like this video, please like it right now. And if you're inclined, feel free to share this video with people who may feel or may be interested in up-leveling the quality of conversation. And I will talk to you soon. Thanks for listening today. Have a beautiful, beautiful week.